Welcome to Study the channel. Today we are going to learn the lesson the fundamental unit of life. Let's begin with the topic. What is the fundamental unit of life? What does it refers? That's the question we need to find here, right? First, what is the meaning of the word fundamental? It means basic or important. So the word fundamental unit refers to a basic or important unit from which everything else develops. Say, for example, take a building. What is the building made up of? Of course, we all know that it's made up of bricks. In this case, what is the fundamental unit here? Definitely, the bricks or the fundamental unit of building as it stands as a basic and important unit which help to withstand the whole building. So now let's come back to the question. What is the fundamental unit of life? We all must have learned it in our previous class, the cell. So, the fundamental unit of life is the cell, as it composes the whole body, which we will see at the end. Now, let's see the discovery and development of the cell. We all learned in the previous class that cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665, though I'll just recall it once again. Cork is a solid substance which comes from the bark of a tree. While examining a thin slice of cork, he found a honeycomb like structure consisting of many little compartments or rooms. He called these rooms as cells. This is very important in the history of science. After a few years, Robert Brown discovered the nucleus in the cell in 1831. Now, let us see about the cell theory. What is cell theory? All plants and animals are composed of cells, and cell is the basic unit of life. This was presented by two biologists, Schleiden and Schwann. Later, it was further expanded by Virchow. He suggested that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. So these are the important points of cell theory. Still now we saw about cell and cell theory. Now let's move to the types of organisms. There are two types of organisms, unicellular and multicellular organisms. The word uni itself refers to single, so unicellular organism means organisms which have only a single cell. For example, amoeba, paramecium, and bacteria, etc. In the same way, the word multi refers to many. So multicellular organisms means organism which consist of many cells. Example, some fungi, plants and animals including human beings. But every multicellular organism comes from a single cell, that is egg. Next, let us see some kinds of cells. There are many kinds of cells such as bone cells, muscle cells, blood cells, fat cells, ovum, etc. Now let us see how does a cell perform its basic functions. In multicellular organisms, it performs its functions by a method called division of labor. Say for example, if you are constructing a building, you will separate the works among the workers, right? The same way in human body too. The system divides the works or functions among the cells. This is how it functions in multicellular organisms. Then what about unicellular organisms? The single cell performs the whole function in unicellular organisms. Do you know that the cell has special components in it? What is these components called? It is called organelles. The cells are functioning because of these organelles. Without organelles, a cell cannot function. Now let us see the structural organization of the cell. Each and every cell has three features, that is plasma membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. Let's study about this in detail in the next session. Okay, now let's come back to the question where we began. How is cell called a structural, functional and also a fundamental unit of life? See, a group of cells form into tissues. A group of tissues form into organs, and a group of organs form into a organ system. So this organ system composes the whole body. That is why cell is called the structural and functional and also a fundamental unit of life. Okay friends, today we learned about the cell theory, organisms and organelles, etc. In next session, we will be seeing the structural organs of the cell in detail. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel, and please support us.